Hold up. Ladies, we've been waiting on this shit all night. We had men all night. All the ladies in the house, stand up and show these niggas what it's all about in this bitch. Hit it, DJ.
To my neck, my back, lick my just like that. My neck, my back.
This is my one move right here.
Just like that. My neck, my back, lick my just like that.
Yes.
Take a break, so hey, here y'all coming. Let's get it.
It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll a dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Pull up and I'm loading the clip. New bitch, yeah, stay on my hip. Niggas talking, they not with this shit. Catch a body, you might just get hit. But lately been all about drip. New designer, just look at the fit. And I just blew a bag on my bitch. You got clout, but you don't got the drip. You get money, that's some type of myth. I can blind you, bitch, look at the wrist. For that bag and I might take a risk. Don't get crushed cause you care about a bitch. Pass the Henny, I'm trying to get lit. Trying to get out my body and shit. Fuck around and start bodying shit. Remember nights we was starving and shit. You my brother, I got you, that's it. We can never fall out by the bitch. We was swimming with sharks and them fish. And it's filled with them lions and pitch. Sweaty niggas be lying and shit. Talking money, don't buy their own shit. Baby mothers be buying them shit. You not lit, you depend on the bitch. Swear to God, man, I'm clever as shit. Still can trap any weather I'm in. Throw me working, I'm making it flip. With a whippy, you might just get sick. Throw me extra, you know we gon' win. Getting money, I've been doing this. Since a youngin', I've been had to drip. Make a movie, not talking a clip. It's lit. Just take a look at the drip. You boys don't get fired in this. Roll a dope, yeah, I'm high as a bitch. Wait, it's lit. Get that little bitch a little tip. Now she wanna suck on the dick. She wanna catch all of the drip. Oh yeah, yeah. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, aiming right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, aiming right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice. Yeah. Chatting with the gossip about. Niggas watching, ain't no hiding out. Smoking big dope when I'm riding out. You ain't getting what you lying about. It was first vibe, now it's the clout. Instagram with the hype about. Let a nigga gon' act up. Fuck around and bring them lines out. What they saying gon' harm me. I'll keep something they on breathe. They pain like the army. Just for the time we're starving. Yeah. Stomach aches got me heartless. Yeah. I was drinking in and out the market. Hey. I ain't choose this lifestyle, that's how it all started. Hey. Now I can't sleep at night. 10 toes, I'ma stand through the fire. I can't sleep at night. 10 toes, I'ma stand through the fire. 10 toes, I'ma stand through the fire. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, aiming right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice. They must have thought I died. You can see the pain in my eyes. I'm on the edge, aiming right in my mind. Running up, niggas better think twice, yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up? This is your girl, Nicole Reloaded, and we loaded up and we locked and loaded with another video. My grand dog is biting on my toes. Stop it. No. Okay. Sorry about the interruptions. Okay. So I found out an article by Gossip while I was over at Gossip Girl. Shout out to Gossip Girl. Okay. And I was reading a couple of articles around the same time while I watched her video. She did a very good job. So anyway, what's going on is this article was published September 22nd, 2020. Former YouTuber content moderator describes horrors of the job in new lawsuit. Okay. The key points are a contractor who worked as a moderator for YouTube through 2019 alleges the company and its third-party vendors failed to support employee tasks with viewing violent content. The plaintiff, referred to as Jane Doe, said she had to view mass murders, abortions, bestiality, among other violent videos. Her lawsuit alleges that the company didn't adhere to her own moderation its own moderation standards and didn't provide necessary information prior to her starting the job. Now, this is a class action lawsuit. So what I'm going to do is play a video, okay, of a awesome content creator over here. Shout out to this brother. Now he's going to read from CNET so we can get an understanding. Now, I don't know if I told y'all that lawsuits a couple of years ago were going to be coming down the pipes, and there's more to come. Attorneys are picking up these lawsuits. Better be careful out in these streets, man. Let's get into it. Let me know if you can hear the sound.
Now, at first, I'm thinking like, you're a bit overreacting, maybe. But then let's really think about it. Really think about it. We'll read through this. Oh, this one was written by Tyler Durden. How about that? You want to read the one written by Tyler Durden from Zero Hedge, or you want to read the one written by Queenie Wong? Okay, I'm sorry. That's probably a real name, but we'll go with Tyler. An anonymous former YouTube content moderator is suing the Google-owned video sharing platform, claiming she's suffering depression and post-traumatic stress disorder after being forced to watch objectionable content such as child sexual abuse, rape, torture, bestiality, beheading, suicide, and murder. Now, when you really consider it, they have a point. She has a point, honestly. According to the lawsuit, the former moderator has trouble sleeping, and when she does sleep, she has horrific nightmares. She often lays awake at night trying to go to sleep, replaying videos that she has seen in her mind. The woman said she saw thousands of disturbing videos, including school shootings with dead children, a fox being skinned alive, a person's head getting run over by a tank, and people eating from a smashed open skull. Even just talking about it's pretty disgusting. The proposed class action lawsuit, accuses YouTube of violating California law by failing to provide a safe workplace for content moderators and not doing enough to safeguard their mental health. Moderators spend more than 4 hours a day reviewing graphic video content because YouTube is chronically understaffed, the suit says. These long hours run afoul of YouTube's best practices, according to the lawsuit. Workers are required to review between 100 and 300 pieces of content per day with an error rate of 2 to 5%, creating stress and increasing the risk that content moderators develop psychological trauma from the job, according to the lawsuit. The former moderator, who isn't named, is seeking medical treatment, compensation for the trauma she suffered, and the creation of a YouTube-funded medical monitoring program that would screen, diagnose, and treat content moderators. And honestly, that seems pretty fair, honestly. What's more, the woman complains that this is where it gets kind of odd and a little bit humorous. What's more, the woman complains that she's been subject to conspiracy theories, fringe beliefs, and political disinformation. Content moderators also face repeated exposure to conspiracy theories, fringe beliefs, and political disinformation. From false information about participating in the census to lies about a political candidate's citizenship status. Oh, I wonder what that one's all about. Or eligibility for public office. Barry Soto. To manipulated and or doctored videos of elected officials, to denials that the Holocaust occurred, to suggesting that COVID-19 is a fraud. This type of content has destabilized society and often features objectionable content. Yeah, I mean, some of those things are fair, but some of those things I feel like if it was just this stuff, then I would think you're overreacting. This stuff, the other stuff she was talking about, that seems like definitely that would fuck any human up. Having to look at that shit gore over and over and over. When I was a little kid, I looked up I saw that Faces of Death videos, and I saw it, and me and my friends watched it, and it made me sick in my stomach. I didn't want to watch it anymore. I didn't like that stuff. It's disgusting. Honestly, it makes you feel weird and gross. But talking about like conspiracy theories, I'll dive into them with the best of them. I'll dive in deep. I love me a good conspiracy theory. Now, I do know that if you dive too deep into conspiracy theories, it can make you feel a little crazy. But you don't have to watch the whole video. I mean, I guess they do. I don't know what their job is, but like, I've dove deep, watched whole lectures on certain topics. And people, I mean, if people want to spend 4 hours making a video on YouTube to prove a point, it's probably going to be pretty compelling, honestly, even if it's complete bullshit. It's just the nature of like human idea acceptance. But I don't think that, the people talking about COVID-19 and people talking about political candidates, citizenship status, I don't feel like that's your job. If that's against YouTube's policy, then it wouldn't be that hard to watch videos like that, find them, and then to flag them. It wouldn't be hard. If that's what your job was, to censor that type of shit. I personally don't think that shit should be censored. Not all of it. Some of it, maybe. I mean, there's a discussion that could be had. However, all the other stuff, obviously that should be censored. Yeah, we shouldn't have any gore, or like disgusting child abuse and all that stuff. That definitely, right before I deleted my Facebook, I was seeing lots of crazy shit. The year before I deleted my Facebook, all of a sudden there was all these crazy South American factory farms, or just like regular factory farm videos that were just showing up. And like, I understand, I get it. Like, there's a whole argument. In fact, that's like a big Joe Rogan podcast. I don't know. I'm like a big shill for Joe Rogan or some shit. But the most recent one, they kind of talk about vegan meat and they talk about factory farming a bit. And they have a pretty interesting debate discussion. And what I'm saying though is that like, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to see those videos. And so like that sucked, seeing the factory farming. But then like in the months before I deleted my Facebook, I was seeing straight up nonsense, straight up child abuse. It would be on there and it'd be like, how is this on here? How is this getting shared? What is this? And I believe actually a similar lawsuit came out in 2018, maybe about Facebook doing this. Yeah, PTSD stricken content moderators is nothing new for Silicon Valley tech giants. In 2018, a Northern California woman sued Facebook after she was exposed to highly toxic, unsafe, and injurious content. Yeah, I can believe it. I've seen some gross things on Facebook. So yeah, here's my question to you guys. Well, let's just wrap this up and finish this little thing. Every day, Facebook users post millions of videos, images, and live stream broadcasts of child sexual abuse, rape, torture, bestiality, beheadings, suicide, and murder. The lawsuit reads, to maintain a sanitized platform, maximize its already vast profits, and cultivate its public image, Facebook relies on people like Miss Scola, known as content moderators, this is from the Facebook lawsuit, to view those posts and remove any that violate the corporation's terms of use. You'd go into work at 9 a.m. every morning, turn on your computer, and watch someone have their head cut off. Every day, every minute, that's what you see, heads being cut off, one content moderator told The Guardian. Okay, so what is the solution? AI? I'm sure AI could do a lot of this. And then All right, so this is an idea that's formulating right now as I'm talking about it. So you have AI flag it, and then if people want to appeal it, let's say you have to have a certain account standing. Like if your account gets to a certain point, then you get like more and more privileges, let's say. So that way, if you've been around for a year or something like that, you have a certain amount of following and you haven't done anything like this, and then you get a video that gets auto flagged by an AI, you can appeal it, and then somebody has to actually look at it. And that way you can massively cut down on the amount of content like that is exposed to your content moderators that are humans. Because I don't know how often they would be appealed by. Why do people upload them? People uploading that type of content. When it was like that factory farm shit on Facebook, it really felt similar to like the BLM people blocking the traffic in the highway and screaming in your face. Like, you're ignoring this problem, so I'm going to bring it right to your face. That's what it felt like. It's like, I'm not involved in the factory farm debate. I eat meat. I think meat is healthy. I don't buy into all the vegan noise. I'm sorry, I don't buy into it. I get the idea. I get the appeal. I get all that. This video isn't about that. But the point is that I didn't want to see it, and it got thrown in my face. So I understand why they're doing it. Now, would those people appeal it? Probably. And then somebody has to watch it. But what about the other stuff? How does the other stuff get posted and not get like put into the FBI's dragnet of some sort? You know, like, I mean, even then, like, I had this thought when I was younger. I was like, dude, if the FBI or whatever, they probably, with the Patriot Act and whatnot, they probably like, or the guys who work at Snapchat, they have a giant database of child pornography. They have to. Just people sexting their boyfriends and girlfriends in high school. They have all of that. Like, who watches The Watchmen, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, what do you do? How do you deal with this problem? So let me know in the comments if you have a solution. My going solution right now is to have AI deal with it and then put in robust methods for appealing it, for the appealing process. You know, to some degree, like maybe like more. Maybe you have a bunch of different AI working on different algorithms, different like programs, and you can appeal it. It goes to a different AI, you appeal it, it goes to a different AI. And if all three AI agree, then you can, if you have a certain standing, then you can appeal it, and then it goes to a human, and then spend a lot more money because God knows YouTube and Facebook have the money to have like staff that are prepared and trained for that. Because you don't just want to get out of high school with your liberal arts degree and go work at one of these places where you're going to watch videos of people getting beheaded all day. That is not good for anybody. And even if you're like, if you think you can handle that type of thing, like there has to be just like, I mean, my heart goes out to people who work in the special victims unit, you know, like soldiers, even who have to, what they have to deal with, what they see. It's horrible. It's horrific. So what can be done? Let me know if you have a solution for what can be done in the comments below. It's a tricky situation. Initially, I was like, you're overreacting. But then I really thought about it, and I was like, I mean, that's pretty reasonable. That really is. So yeah, that'll wrap this up. If you like this type of independent investigative journalism, you like this type of content, you can check the description to find different ways to.
Oh, y'all can't even hear me. I was talking to myself. Y'all couldn't hear shit. Oh, you heard that? Oh,
Good morning.
good morning. How are you doing, Mona?
I'm doing okay. How are you? Hey, everybody in the chat.
Oh, this is not
Once
going
I
to work.
come in the StreamYard, I can't type in the chat, guys. So sorry for my delayed hello.
Okay,
And good
let me
morning.
stop that. All right, hold on. Okay, where am I at? They've updated it, so. Oh, Mona, you're all the way on the other side.
Yeah, I see me over there by myself.
Oh, boo. It's supposed to put us side by side. Side by side. Okay, there it is.
He's so silly.
So what do you think about the lawsuit? She's going for 52. They're going for 52 million.
I came in a little bit late because I was here before you started, and then I came in, so I didn't hear all of it. You said she's going for 52,000 or million.
No, 52 million.
That's not a bad number to start at. I mean, only thing is I worry about the legality of that because it sounds like a job that she willingly accepted. Am I right? Like,
Okay,
was she
it
offered a
says
position?
former YouTube content moderator describes horrors of the job in a new lawsuit. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, and it says a contractor who worked as a moderator through 2019 alleges the company and its third-party vendor failed to support employees' tasks with viewing violent content. The plaintiff, referred to as Jane Doe, said she had to view mass, all kinds of stuff. Her lawsuit alleges the company didn't adhere to their own moderation standards and didn't provide necessary information prior to her starting the job.
Okay. Then I can understand that. Like if they were misleading about what the job would entail or if they went against their own policy. Because initially just hearing it out, somebody has to view the violent content so that nobody else does to verify that it's inappropriate. So initially hearing it, I thought it was a job that she accepted, knowing that she would be viewing some distasteful content, but just didn't know how deep it was. So then I was like, I don't know about the legality of all that. And I still don't know. But it sounds like if they went against their own policy and didn't give her heads up or support their employees when they were obviously going through some type of emotional turmoil, that could be problematic. So, I mean, I'm all for suing they ass because the internet has gotten out of line. They done got completely out of pocket. And these large social media platforms, like my issue with Google and YouTube, is they don't support the people when they say that they are. When they say you can come to us and complain when you're being taken advantage of or your private information is out there and your life or mental well-being is in jeopardy, we will do XYZ, and they don't do XYZ because like the guy was saying, they have the money to do it, but they have these automatic algorithms in place that don't think like human beings and don't think critically and don't take this crap down when people are being attacked. And albeit a lot of people might say it's just the internet, but people's lives are seriously at danger. People have died and been stalked online or even committed, SUI, behind all of this crap, or been murdered or attacked because their private information was released. There is a real threat to human life and well-being behind this internet
Behind the
propaganda.
internet, right?
Hmm.
That's the reason why. I mean, we've been discussing this for some time now. So I said, wow, this is right on the money. We were just talking about this the other night.
Hmm.
But again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on the case. I'm going to look it up because I hadn't heard about it. I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it because of my situation. Because I just think that these platforms should really protect the people within their ability to do so. If somebody comes and complains and says, "Hey, I'm being attacked on your platform," or my address is out there and people are threatening me, it's their job to protect the people that are on their platform. And you can't just say get off of it because your information is still there. Even if you
Right.
get off of it, people can still find you.
Because once you're out there, you're
Right. It's
out
out there.
there.
And it gets shared to multiple other platforms. People have screenshots. People are sharing it behind the scenes. Like that's dangerous. And people have their personal feelings based on, mixed information, rumors, and lies. And they be feeling strongly about people they don't even know to the point they will hurt people. I've heard people threaten people that they don't even know. Don't even know if the situation is true or not. But because of a rumor, they're like, oh, I want to kick their butt. And they don't even know if it's true or not. It's crazy out here in these streets.
Oh,
And
please.
it's not just the beef sector of YouTube. It happens literally everywhere on every social media platform amongst all ethnic groups. It's not just the black people either, you know.
Hold on, Mona. I'm frozen over here.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm looking up something real quick.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Hi, Blue Devil. Hi, Munch Bar.
Hey, Munchie. Hey, Blue.
Hi, T-Love.
Hey, T.
Well, the next thing that I wanted to discuss was about Nicole Tyler. Nicole Tyler came on earlier, set the YouTube street somewhat on fire.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
Well, that's kind of, listen to it. Let me set it up. She was just explaining some stuff. Now, this is no slight to,
Any other content creators?
yeah, Sean, show or nothing like that. I was just like, Uncle Timothy Blaine ended up arguing with, defending himself against D. Ramsey. It just was real. It was just really ugly.
Well, let's just say this. Any comments or commentary from other viewers or content creators that come on this platform, NicoleReloaded's platform, is not necessarily an opinion or view of the Nicole Reloaded show or the Insomniacs, period. They're speaking for themselves.
Right. I just was like, whoo, I was shocked. Let me do something real quick.
Can't wait to hear it.
No. She also said that any content creator, they're not letting you do it. Can use it, chop it, screw it, whatever. She's just done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I was looking for, so I can know.
Did
what
she
part
come on your platform, or she
No, she
recorded from
didn't.
her
No,
own?
she came. She went on hers. She said that she was on another content creator's platform, and she didn't disclose who it was. I don't know what the hell that's just happened. Okay, it then took me somewhere else. Sorry about this, you guys. Try to set up everything just right, and computers do what they want to. Maybe they haven't added it yet. Stop doing that. I'm trying to pause it so I can skip and keep pressing play. Why it's not letting me skip? I just want to skip it. Right, sugar baby? Your mommy just want to skip the video. What else you want to do?
You need to do a cartoon voiceover. I think I told you that before.
I sound like a weirdo.
No, not weird, but you'd make a great cartoon voiceover. Just like I should do Midnight Quiet Storm music. Welcome to the Quiet Storm.
Right. Then I call in, hi, where's my mommy?
Okay, big headed. Like, oh no mothers are here. Only mother effers.
Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of mother effers.
Right. Go to bed, little one.
Okay. So I'm gonna skip through some of it.
YouTube situation back in 2018 when
Can you hear her?
threw me in
Yeah,
this
loud and
sector
clear.
based on a whole lie. And it's sad that you still have people in club chat, people who still uplift this man when they
that's not
know
the part I wanted to play.
what he has done to a lot of the women in and on YouTube. It's sad that people are still protecting this person. When me being an innocent bystander got thrown in this based on a whole lie, videos was made, people made thousands of views, people made money.
I'm gonna skip. I had the timestamps, but the dog knocked over my thing and it's not in my phone now.
I'm doing great. Hold on, let me see if I can get you on the speaker. Hello?
Hey, Nicole, what's up, boo?
Okay, I'm doing fine. And do you have any questions? Because I'm just, I don't write things down, and I'm just having a conversation. Okay, go ahead.
Ma'am, I have plenty of questions. Actually, I wish I could interview you on my channel. Okay. First question.
Okay.
Why do you
Shameless
have me
plug.
blocked, dude?
I don't even know who you are, and guess what? There's a lot of people blocked. I'm not really in this sector anymore. I don't even try to get monetized. I don't try to monetize these videos. So that person that you're talking about is a person that was really into YouTube, making videos and cared about this sector. You're talking.
Okay, baby, but hold on. Why do you? Because you know I was a fan. You know, we all fans of each other, even though we claim we don't watch each other. So we're definitely all fans. But anyway, this is the original babe. Okay.
Original babe. Okay. Just what question?
Retro babe.
Retro babe. Okay. What questions? I'm not gonna allow you to
unblock me.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. We're gonna be friendly. We're gonna be adults here.
No, I'm saying no. What I want to say is go ahead and ask your question, because apparently people want to. I got a couple of people calling in, so ask your question. I'm gonna try to answer you the best I can, and then we're
gonna. I got about 10 questions.
Well, I can't answer all 10 because other people calling. But go ahead, get your questions. What is your question?
You need to come to my channel and do an interview then. Okay, Nicole.
Yes.
First off, unblock me. Make sure you unblock me, boo. Okay. Okay, where you been? Because I was almost about to put an APB out for you, baby. Okay.
Mute.
First question. You say they didn't pay you.
No, I was not paid.
You guys, you were not paid.
No.
Okay. Oh. There was no real contract?
No.
Did you sign an NDA?
Yes.
Okay. I'm being told that
the NDA that you all, that Billie Jean posted, that's what I signed. I don't know what everybody else signed, but that's what I signed. Yes. Okay.
That's what you all.
Yeah, that's what I signed.
When you all received the same NDA.
I know.
Okay. Was it? Go ahead.
No, that's what I signed with what you saw that Billie Jean posted. That's what I have. I don't know what everybody else.
So this was an authentic, original NDA. This wasn't written up by some high schoolers, as the rumors being put out.
God.
High school kid wrote this.
Lady Ashley.
I guess. I don't know. What is your next question?
Okay. Hold on, baby. I have a lot of them. So the T, okay, I really have several, but I know you have other calls. Okay, I definitely want to know. And please be honest, Nicole. What is the real T-Boo? Is it really a low-budget crackhead show like Shelly did?
God.
Tell the truth. I got your back. They ain't gonna get your girl.
Oh, I'm not worried about nobody. I'm a grown woman, and I would say yes.
It was low budget.
The answer is yes.
Okay, so did they do your hair and your makeup?
Yes, that did happen.
They got your hair and your makeup.
No, they didn't do my hair. No, I did my own hair.
Okay. Now,
okay.
It goes on and on and on and on, and she gives a full thesis on her experience.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you, since you are present, Queen, can you give the people a little lesson about reality?
Reality shows?
Yeah. How they go down and stuff?
Okay. Well, that's definitely a broad question, but I know that you're asking me because not only am I an actress with the IMDb page, I've done a lot of works that's not even on my IMDb page, from low budget projects to some larger projects. I've also been co-producer, and I'm a screenwriter. So which aspect of it, the budget or the reality show, or the expectations when it comes to hair, makeup, and production and all of that?
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe the quickest way you can sum it up, like,
well, I'll say this. The first thing that came to mind is that sometimes a project can seem to be low budget, but what eventually comes to screen is going to largely depend on not only the editing skills, but the quality of the camera that you have. So sometimes it may appear to be low budget, but the end production could be high quality. Then on top of that, too, you consider the budget of a product based on the amenities and the comfort for the actresses, like whether or not they have their own trailers, hair, makeup, and whatnot, and all of that, and whether or not they're paying. So I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't judge the production because I have no idea what it looks like.
Right.
Nor
Right.
would I say that anybody that's giving their commentary actually has extensive experience of being on set. So I wouldn't take their word as bond either. But knowing that what we're dealing with, so there probably wasn't a whole lot of money, but a lot of programs that started at grassroots level turn out to be great shows. So don't knock a show from its starting point, and that's just based on my experience. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I truly appreciate you answering that very, very, because I didn't know how to put it into words. I mean, I was thinking
Because
like,
look at what Issa is doing now. Your sister is on what, Netflix, HBO, or something. She started out with a web series on YouTube
right.
with her
That's
own
true.
camera. Like that's the thing that bothers me sometimes about our own people, especially Black people. They don't want to crawl for they walk. They expect you. I mean, you talking about low budget film, but who are you that deserves a high
Mhm.
budget? Like, what have you done? What does your resume look like? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Do you deserve people to be waiting on you hand and foot with fans? Come on now. You at your level. Don't judge. That's where you at. If not, Tyler Perry would be calling you. Tyler Perry is not calling you because you're a low budget actress on a low budget set. Deal with it.
Mhm.
No judgment. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm just
Mhm.
saying it is what it is. Don't judge because you have
Right.
no place to judge.
Mm-hmm. Because what's the name of that show? Well, there's a lot of them that started off. I mean, even YouTubers with one little raggedy metro or government phone and have millions and millions of followers, and
Right. I
still,
mean, I was
still
even
don't
on a
have green
show.
screens.
I was even in a movie called Her, produced by Onyx, one of a very well-known, who happens to be a close friend of mine, LGBT community producer, and she made it to the film festival and won some awards, and I'm actually in that movie. So I don't, people judge, but they don't, especially if they don't know the film industry. You could be
Mhm.
judging something that you might be sitting on $1 million. It just takes the right network and the right hookup to perpetuate it and propel it into the stratosphere. You never know what you're dealing with. So I mean, you could walk away from it, according to, but it's been a lot of actors and actresses that have walked away from stuff that won great awards and made a lot of money in the end. So
Wow. Hmm. Well, shit. You didn't solve that. I guess I should have came up with 3 things to talk about.
well, no, we could talk about it some more. And I don't know a lot about the show, like what they're doing now with it. I don't know, but I
Well, it's
think
a lot of It's a lot of speculation and stuff that's going on in the the streets. But um, Jay Wilson and Timothy Blaine said that the questions that were asked of uh, some of the things which she said were true, but they're real harsh. But I'm wondering, was that her truth based on her? Okay, because it seems like
is she no longer involved in
I
it?
was at
Because
the time for
sometimes
doing
people can get
11.
bitter when they walk away from a project, and they have all these negative things to say, but you're willing to be involved on some level. I think the biggest issue, and I've heard chitter chatter here and there about the project, but I think the biggest issue is not the project itself and not the capability, because not even knowing Sean personally, I know some of the people that he know, and I know he has the ability to network and make it a very huge show. So don't
Right,
knock him for that just because he has a YouTube channel. But then on the second hand, I think the biggest problem is, or the issue is, the people that are involved, because a lot of these content creators that are involved are messy, are gossipers, are shit starters, and they keep up drama like this. I have never heard of a show in the middle of production getting so much gossip and rumor and controversy
that was her
surrounding it.
problem. That
Like,
was
this is
her problem.
crazy. And the show ain't even aired yet. Like, it's
Yeah,
more
she said,
talk
yeah,
about the show.
yeah, yeah. That was one of her biggest problems. Like, people keep discussing about the stuff that has gone.
Yeah. We need to,
Every,
it sound like somebody need to start bringing them NDAs in the court, depending on what's in them NDAs. Because really, pre-production or pre the show being released, nobody really should be talking about it except for, there's a show coming out and whatever they told people they can say. Stay tuned to the show. You don't give away all the goods. I feel like I haven't seen the show already and I ain't even seen the show.
Yeah, there's a lot of other people that feel that way too. Like they already know what it's,
Right. What's up?
Assuming what it's going to be. Well, I appreciate everybody coming tonight.
How long have you been live for so far? How much did I miss?
40 minutes.
Oh, damn. Oh, shoot, I knocked over the thermos. I missed a lot.
I thought that was my beer. I'm just kidding. No, I don't have any.
No, I knocked over the daggone thermos. I'm looking for. Hold on a second, sis.
Let's play.
So what are all the topics that I missed?
Well, no. The only two topics I had was, just I named it Nicole Tyler Truth or Lies, and then ex-moderator sues YouTube job leads to PTSD and depression.
You know what I would do though if I was Sean, and I don't know if he's gonna hear this or not, but I would totally restart production, get a whole new cast and those I could trust, and not even let nobody know that I started a whole new production, and just film. And that way they can keep talking about this old show and bust out with my new show. And those who thought they were involved aren't. And do a little thing about, the breakdown of the original series or whatnot. Because I don't know. I know it probably doesn't bother him. And I know they say, bad publicity is good publicity. But if I were him, I would probably use this publicity to start something completely fresh and get rid of the problematic people. That's what I would do.
Great advice from the Mona Simone.
The brain.
The brain.
Yeah, and call me if you need a consultant, Sean. I don't want to be in the show, but call me if you need a consultant.
Right. I mean, but with reality though, like, is there because Nicole Tyler was saying like there's supposed to be like a build up of all the actors, like not just straight on full-fledged beef.
Well, it really depends on the show. I mean, you can't really dictate the creativity of the show. It depends on the idea. There's no set rule. However they want to show it. Like the producers or the writers may feel like there's already a backup that most of the audience or the niche market is going to know what it's about. Which may not be good for someone new coming in, but they may feel like that's not needed, or maybe their focus would be on the resolution primarily and not how it all started. Not everybody can see the creative vision. And that's why everybody ain't the producer and everybody ain't the director and everybody ain't the writer. Know your lane and stay in your lane, and let the creatives do what the creatives do.
You have to be really strong too, huh, Mona, to be in reality TV? Or
yeah, me personally, I always said I wouldn't really do reality unless I had creative control on the output. Like I got to be executive producer, because I know from being on a talk show how they can take and edit things out to make you look a certain way, and I'm just not comfortable enough to let nobody do that to me. So the only way I would be in a reality show is if I was the executive producer and had creative control, and I could say, nope, take that out, take that out, take that out. You won't have me digging in my nose and talking about Mona's always digging in her nose. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we ain't doing that.
Like so somebody told me I lick my lips too much.
Right. And then they'll just film you every time you lick your lips and have you next thing you know known as a lip licker girl. And goodness, no.
The lip licker girl.
Right. All because that's the way somebody creative vision went.
Well, that gave me a lot of clarity and understanding. Hopefully, whoever watches on the replay, that article though to hear that lady ended up with PTSD and depression, allegedly, made me be concerned about what we retain in our brains while we're on the internet.
Why didn't she quit? Because I'm the same way. I can't watch too much sad stuff because it'll weigh on me because my brain is sensitive to begin with. But why didn't she quit? Because I would have quit. I would have quit like first time I began to felt some type of way. If it was
Never know.
if that stuff affected me.
What if she couldn't get another job? What if that was the only job she could get at that time?
I mean, and then so not to be harsh, but then that's a decision that we have to make, whether our livelihood, which seems like a tough decision, is more important than our mental well-being. And if it's like being in a relationship that's a bad relationship, but he pays all the bills and you might have to go live with your mama if you break up, are you deciding to stay in that relationship for that financial stability, or is your mental health worth more? That's a decision. Life is all about decisions. And that's the only thing I worry about with her lawsuit is that most states are a right to hire state. So she had a right to quit at any time. No one forced her to stay. Unlike the situation where cyberbullying and people are putting your private information out there, it was very much her decision to stay. She could have quit at any time. Granted, she may not have had another job to go to, but that's the decision she chose to make.
But what is she, by them not telling her how graphic it was going to, maybe she thought it was just going to be
at some point she knew. When you saw it, then you knew, and you could have quit. And granted, after seeing 1 or 2 videos, it's not going to cause PTSD. So you stayed knowing it was affecting you. It wasn't like you weren't aware that this was deeply sad stuff you was looking at. It wasn't clandestine. It's not like they were poisoning your water and you didn't know. You knew what you was watching. You knew that it was making you feel some type of way, yet you stayed. As the defense attorney or being on the other team, that would be my argument. She stayed. She could have left. No one was forcing her to stay. You weren't in prison. You weren't enslaved.
Well, people feel like that about YouTube. Well, if you're getting harassed and bullied, won't you just log off?
They do, and to a degree, I agree. Like when it comes to like comments and stuff like that, or going to a person's channel, you don't have to do that. But with the doxing stuff, like the thing that I'm suing about, when people are releasing your home phone number, your kid's phone number, your address, that's beyond your control. You can't just up and move, nor do you have the money to. And when you're complaining to these platforms, hey, take this video down because it has my address or my children's phone number in it, and they're not doing that, then that becomes a problem with the social media platform. Now, I would never complain that this person is on the video and they just said some negative things about me. Like it has to be deep.
Right.
So, I'm not that soft,
Right. Yeah.
or that sensitive. So my biggest issue was when it came offline and out of my control.
Right. And after making several
over 300 complaints to remove videos with my private information in it and only having 3 removed.
That's ridiculous.
That's an issue. Yeah. It's for videos still up with my phone number in it.
Oh my goodness.
So. But anyway.
Any last words?
No, that's pretty much it. I wish I would have caught most of it, but I didn't.
No, it's all good. No, it's all good. Well, thank you everybody for joining. I want you guys to be blessed. Remember, through God, all things are possible to those who receive and believe. I ain't even say that right. My back is hurting. But hey, get into something new. Gonna have to do this no more.
Love and light, everybody.
Love you, Mona.
Love you too. Don't hang up. Just end the live.